I just find it sad that they're in the smallest town and the place is predominantly white. I think it's like 99.9999999% white. Hello everybody, welcome to Miss Criticizer 2021. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Now, the next video is going to be about Emily and Kobe, yeah? Emily is getting ready to drive to the other town where she will be picking Kobe up from the airport. She told her sister that she has a couple of lingeries prepared for him. She wants their first night to be special. She misses him. She hasn't seen him in 2 years. Girl, I know how it feels. I've been in a long distance relationship myself, so I know how it feels. So she said that, well, I'm just trying to gain my confidence back. I've gained weight after the pandemic and having a child. Same with me. It was the same with me. I ended up I gave birth. I gave birth to my child, and then the pandemic happened and I've gained like 20 kilos. Thank God I've lost like 15 kilos. I'm still trying to lose as much weight as possible, but that's just how it is. So I understand her situation. And she's also a new mom now. Things have changed. It's not like she was the wild Emily that was partying, having fun, having her body and all that. No, things have changed. So she meets up with her friend, her messy friend, and she told him that, you know, my man will be here in a couple of days. He's coming from Cameroon, and it feels strange because now before we're going to get to know each other. And I said, yes, it's true. But she said to him that, you know, when he comes here, I want you to meet him. You can grill him all you want, ask him the questions, and just make him feel like he has to yeah, I need to get to know him. And I'm like, Emily, this is what I said in the previous video. You should have thought of it before you got pregnant, yeah? You knew him for 2 months and then you just got pregnant. Like what happened to that? Even her friend had to say, like, I'm disappointed in her. Like, we know Emily is wild, but to the extent to get pregnant, now before you have to get to know this man. Eh? Now you have to get to know him, but then a child is involved. How are you going to do it? It's going to put a strain on your mental health, on everybody. Like, things are just different. And I'm going to explain something also shortly after this. Let me just finish this. So, she just told him that, you know, I want to have one night with him. We spend time in a hotel before I introduce him to the family, his son, and all that. So I just want to have that time with him. But he doesn't know. The friend said, oh, okay, no problem. You know, if there's anything, if you're not happy with him, you can send him back and all that. And I'm like, I think that's a bit rude to say send him back. Like, I don't know, your white privilege really jumped up. Seriously. Yeah? Yes, I know that some people come to the US just to use some people, but this man has a kid with your friend. You know, it's just something about me. It doesn't sit well with me if a white person is just out here saying, oh, well, you can just send them back. You can just deport them back. I'm like, dude, come on. And she also said she cannot just do that because now she's married. It's not even like, oh, hey, we have a relationship. We're about to get married. We're engaged. And plus we have a child. A child changes things. It doesn't make it easy. Now things are being changed. So you cannot just say that. So finally, fast forward, she went to the airport. She finally got a chance to see him. They kissed, they hugged. They're like, oh my God, it's a long time. I've seen you. I've missed you. And you could see that, wow, you know, he's happy to have been reconnected with her. And yeah, it looked good. And he said, even though she has gained some weight, but I still love her for her. And I can't wait to see my son. Also, is it me, but I feel like Emily could have dressed and looked a bit better. Just a little bit more better. I mean, you haven't seen your man in 2 years. I would come with my A game. It doesn't matter if I've gained weight. Also, Kobe Colby being direct, but I don't think he was malicious with his comment. But Colby, you've also gained weight. So please, anyway, continue. So I think as they were driving back home, she told him last minute that, oh, we are going to a hotel. And she's like, why are you this selfish? Like, I want to see my son now. And I think that's where it ended, or it's the preview for the next episode. So that's it between them. So she's going to take him to a hotel. They can spark the fire. Maybe she also wants to prepare him for a couple of things. So I think it's slightly a good idea that she took him to a hotel. Let them just reconnect, because now he's going to move in with her in the family's house. They're not going to have privacy, and the time that they'll be intimate is going to be a few times. You know, when you have a child in the mix and you have the whole family, it makes it hard for you guys to focus on each other. So she feels like, let me focus on him first, and also let me prepare him, because he just arrived. So I think that it's best she prepares him for the family. So now my comments on this, yeah, just from what I'm seeing, things could change, but I'm just being honest also, because I speak of experience. And so I just find it sad that they're in the smallest town and the place is predominantly white. I think it's like 99.9999999% white, and the black people in that town is maybe just 3. That's my problem. Yeah, I feel sorry for the child, Colvin, but we'll see how that goes. That's just one thing. I myself, yes, I don't have a problem with predominantly white areas. I live in a predominantly white area, but at least you can see quite still black people here, if that makes sense. And it's not 5 or 4 black people. You kind of see a little bit more black people here. It's more like 85% white. That's it. But in that place, and mind you, that place is a small town. I say, gosh. Whew. And Colby is a black man, and you already know black men in America. I'm just being brutally honest. He doesn't know any better, because he thinks America is America. But when it comes to certain parts in America, you as a black person just avoid it. I'm just being honest, because already the law doesn't work in our favor. So that's my only issue. She's not going to know anything, because she doesn't know the experience. She's white. All they can just do is be like, oh, I didn't know, or oh, the things are going to change. They don't know how you feel, because they're not in your shoes. Now with Colby. Colby, like me, I'm African, you know, even though I'm born in Europe, but I still hold on to my Africanness. My husband is also African. He's from my country. And I don't want to put a blanket statement. We know Africa is diverse. We have different countries, different cultures, etc. So Africa is diverse. It's not a blanket statement. But he's an African man, Cameroonian man, yeah? Certain things, she's going to be naive and she's going to be in a rude awakening. When it comes to all those things like changing the diaper, domesticated things, other things, they have an ego. I'm just being honest. They have a certain type of ego. Like my husband, he's not to that extent, you know. I had to make it clear that, listen, we need to do things together. Eventually he learned and he adapted. We do things at least 50-50. But this man that just came there, aside from the domesticated things like food, yeah, I know how it is when it comes to food. They're like, oh my God. But again, he knows what he signed up for. He went with this young girl, a white American girl. He knew what he signed up for. So it's like, I cannot feel sorry for him. And again, no woman should be a doormat. I'm not promoting any woman to be a doormat. Stand up for yourself. But it's just a balanced view. Yeah. Certain things, it's like when, especially even food. I'm just being honest. When it comes to food, and already they're in that small town, you hardly find any African food. But even when it comes to the cooking, when it comes to the preparing of things, just anything in general. I want to clarify this. The thing that might also be an issue is the huge culture shock. A couple of things that she will be doing might not seem normal to him. Vice versa, a couple of things that he does might also not seem normal to her. So you just have to factor in all these things, specifically the culture shock. Now, let me continue. That can sometimes even put a strain in the relationship. I'm not even going to lie, but I'm just here preparing her of things that she will see. But again, everybody is different. He has to compromise because he doesn't have any different. He doesn't have any option. He's in America, but some of them, their ego get in their way and they're like, whew, you know. But we'll see how it plays out because she's slightly a bit in an advantage situation, so he might have to, and he doesn't have a choice than to compromise. But I'm just here saying that there are some things to look out for. Yeah, I hope things will work out between them, but then when she's out here expecting a perfect man, she will need patience. Yeah, she'll need patience because his pride and ego is going to get into the way of many things. You know, when the father said, oh, is he domesticated? I'm like, Dad, just let him get a job, yeah? He's not going to be a house husband. Let him get a job, let him help, let him contribute to the household. And yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm not here trying to accuse anybody of things, but you know how it is. I'm not going to say if some people are racist, but I'm not going to say anything. We'll just see how it goes, and hopefully it will work out between them. Yeah, I just hope for the sake of the child, only for the sake of the child. Anyway, thank you all. Like, share, and hit the notification bell. Mwah. Bye bye.